In the last class, we studied about the nitrogenous bases and their pairing. And we saw that the normal base pairing is between A and T and G and C. And we saw why they form double bond between A and T and triple bond between G and C. Now the question is this bonding or the pairing between nitrogenous bases always remains this way, or sometimes they pair with some other kind of thing like bonding other than this? Yes, there is sometime other type of pairing also. And why this happens? What are the reasons for this? What is the name called for this one? We'll discuss in this class. So, the topics we have to discuss today in the class is tautomerization, and we'll see what is tautomerization, what are the causes of tautomerization. Then, how the tautomerization will take place between guanine and thymine. Then we'll see the pairing between A and U. The pairing between A and A and T we saw in the last class, which take place in the case of DNA. But if RNA is there, then the adenine will pair with uracil. So how this pairing takes place, what kind of bonds are formed, and what kind of pairing is this? Is this weaker than AT? And if it is weaker, then why it is weaker than the pairing between A and T? So first of all, we'll see what is tautomerization, or another name for tautomerization is known as tautomeric shift. That means something is shifting. And what is this shifting? We have seen that there are two type of functional group found in the case of nitrogenous bases. They were keto and they were amino. We have seen them in detail in the previous classes. So what happens in the tautomeric shifting? This keto changes or shifts in the other form, that is enol, and amino changes and shifts to another form which is known as imino. That is why this is known as shifting, tautomeric shifting. And why this tautomeric shifting is there and how it is taking place, we'll see that. The tautomeric shifting or the tautomerization refers to the protonation or deprotonation. It refers to protonation. Protonation is when in an atom or molecular ion H plus is adding. So it refers to it refers to the protonation or deprotonation. Deprotonation means this H plus is coming out of that particular atom, ion or molecule. So this is, I can write here H minus. Okay, this is protonation and deprotonation. ये किसका हो रहा है? नाइट्रोजिनस बेसिस का. जो भी हमने नाइट्रोजिनस बेसिस के स्ट्रक्चर्स देखे थे उसमें समटाइम्स ये एक्स्ट्रा H प्लस आके ऐड हो जाता है, और समटाइम्स दिस H प्लस कम्स आउट ऑफ that particular nitrogenous basis, and it leads to these two things that I have told you earlier, that is quinol and imino. That is keto to enol and amino group will change into imino. So why these changes are taking place? We know that keto is CO, double bond, C double bond O. And what is happening, that it is changing into enol form. That is, some H plus will come here, some H plus will join with this CO, C double bond O. So why this will happen? Because of pH. When the pH in that particular environment is lower, or acidic pH is there, then we know that there are more H plus ions are there, more H plus are there. So those H plus will combine with this, and that keto will change into enol. So keto to enol conversion or shifting is taking place due to acidic pH or the lower pH, and this one is known as protonation, because here I told you earlier that H plus is adding, and here amino is changing into immuno. That means H minus is taking place. That means deprotonation is taking place. One H plus ion will be removed, and why this is taking place? Because the pH would be basic or alkaline, and that is why H plus ion will move out of this amino and will shift this amino into immuno. So what is happening here? Actually, the pairing we saw earlier was AT and G triple bond C. So this was Watson-Crick base pairing. And now, because of these form changing, this Watson-Crick base pairing will alter, and it will change into some other forms, and they are, because of tautomeric shifting, we can remember it like this: AC on GT road. That means A will join with C and G will join with T. Why? Because of this tautomeric shifting or protonation and deprotonation. So this kind of pairing, when it will take place, it will be known as non-Watson-Crick base pairing, or it will be known as forbidden base pairing. That means it is not required. It is not so that naturally happens. So this will be forbidden base pairing. And when this will happen, because I told you that it is not the actual base pairing, so it will lead to some kind of mutation, and that mutation will be point mutation or base mutation, because base के अंदर mutation हो रहा है, nitrogenous bases के अंदर there are some changes. So it would lead to a kind of mutation that would known as point mutation or base mutation. So now we'll see what happens that this kind of base pairing takes place. AC on GT road, I told you, and here the A will form bond with cytosine double bond, and with the help of double bond, and G will form bonds with T. Now we'll see what kind of bonds will be formed, how many bonds will be formed. First of all, we'll see when the tautomerization of guanine is taking place, then what happens. So here I told you that the keto form will change into enol, or if the amino group is there, that will change into imino group. So here I have shown you here that this one, the keto group of the guanine has changed into enol form. One H is added here, and this one is thymine. So tautomerization of here guanine is taking place. T is normal. So here on the second carbon of the guanine, normally one more H is present, but here it is not there. Only one H is there attached with the N. So it will be imino. And when this happens, normally when we saw the base pairing between G and C, normally G was taking hydrogen from the C, but here because it has got the extra hydrogen with the shifting of ketone to enol, it is giving the hydrogen to this electronegative atom of the thymine, and this at the third group, at the third nitrogen, this H will be donated to the first nitrogen of the guanine. So this kind of pairing will take place. So G and T के बीच में double bond will be formed. So this is not normal. This is there are some changes that took place due to protonation and deprotonation of those particular functional groups. So this here deprotonation has occurred and here protonation has occurred. So now guanine when the guanine is we can say is tautomerize, it will form two bonds with thymine. It will not get attached with the C, that is normal normal pairing with the cytosine. Now, why this pairing is not taking place with cytosine? Because amino and keto, जो भी these groups are favored by exocyclic atoms upon tautomerization, and the remaining third atom bond because of lesser stability get easily broken. अगर ये C के साथ जुड़ता, साइटोसिन के साथ जुड़ता, तो ये दोनों जो ऊपर वाले बॉन्ड, फर्स्ट वाला जो बॉन्ड था वो जो सी के साथ बना रहा था, और जो थर्ड वाला ये तो बन जाता, लेकिन जो लेसर जो वीकर वाला था वो बन ही नहीं पाता, उसमें वो जॉइन ही नहीं हो पाता इन दोनों फॉर्म्स की वजह से. सो दैट इज़ वाई इट इज़ नॉट व्हेन इट इज़ टॉटोमराइज्ड गुआनिन, इट इज़ फॉर्मिंग बॉन्ड्स विद और गेटिंग अटैच विद द थाइमिन. नाउ वील सी अगर थाइमिन में बेस टॉटोमराइजेशन हो जाता है तो वो कैसा दिखता है. Tautomerization of thymine. See now, this one is we can say tautomeric thymine, and this is normal guanine. So now tautomerization is taking place here. So its keto group, which is found at carbon number 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So carbon number 4 पे जो ketone है that will shift into enol. Now it has become enol, and it will donate its hydrogen atom to the other electronegative atom of the carbon 6 of guanine, that is oxygen. उसके साथ वो अपना हाइड्रोजन बेस उसको शेयर करेगा या डोनेट करेगा, एंड द हाइड्रोजन प्रेजेंट एट यहाँ पे 2H होने चाहिए थे, बट बिकॉज इट हैड चेंज इनटू इमीनो, सो इट विल शेयर, जो भी इसके पास 1 था वो इट विल 1H था, दैट विल मेक मीन्स डोनेट हाइड्रोजन एटम टू द नाइट्रोजन, फर्स्ट नाइट्रोजन ऑफ द गुनाइन. सो दिस वे इट विल ऑल्सो फॉर्म 2 bonds with the guanine. Now we'll see what is AU pairing and how does it take place. So finally we know that in case of RNA, that is the thymine is absent and uracil is present, and it is weak pairing. ऑल्दो इट इज़ अ फीचर ऑफ RNA, इसके पास और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है, RNA के पास सिर्फ यूरेसिल ही प्रेजेंट है, तो यूरेसिल विल मेक फॉर्म अ बॉन्ड और फॉर्म विल शो पेयरिंग विद द एडेनाइन. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ पेयरिंग is weaker than the pairing between A and T. See, this is adenine, this is uracil. Now what adenine structure we already know, and uracil में यहाँ पर जनरली जब हम थाइमिन का केस देख रहे थे, जैसे हमने ऊपर देखा, तो उसमें एक मिथाइल ग्रुप प्रेजेंट था जो कि यहाँ पर नहीं है, यहाँ पर एब्सेंट है. So this one is uracil. So it, like how it will form bond, as I told you earlier, the electronegativity जिन दो एटम्स की डिफरेंट होती है वो आपस में हाइड्रोजन एटम्स को शेयर करते हैं, एक डोनेट करते हैं या एक्सेप्ट या फिर यस एक्सेप्ट करते हैं उसको. सो यहाँ पर C6 ऑफ एडेनिन विल डोनेट इट्स हाइड्रोजन एटम टू द oxygen atom of the uracil, and here the H of the uracil will share it will donate itself to the N of the N1 carbon of adenine. Now we are saying that this pairing is weaker than AT pairing because इसका सबसे पहले एक तो weight कम है uracil का in comparison to AT, because AT has a functional group additional to this one. It has functional group here, and because of which its weight is more than the uracil, and उसकी इसीलिए जो यूरेसिल है उसका जो फ्री एनर्जी है वो ज़्यादा होगी. तो जब भी कोई फ्री एनर्जी ज़्यादा होती है, चाहे वो इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हीट एनर्जी एंड तो उसकी वजह से क्या होता है कि यूरेसिल जो है इट विल ईजली डिसोसिएट फ्रॉम एडेनाइन. जब क्योंकि इसके पास फंक्शनल ग्रुप नहीं है तो इट हैज़ मोर फ्री एनर्जी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हीट और एनर्जी, इट विल easily get dissociate from the adenine, and this is the reason the adenine and uracil pairing doesn't impart any significant stability to the double helical RNA. वो जल्दी से थोड़ी कुछ टाइम के लिए वो अटैच रहते हैं, पेयरिंग करते हैं, आफ्टर दैट दे गेट डिसोसिएट. एंड इफ़ वी सी, अभी तक हमने जो पढ़ा है नाइट्रोजनस बेसिस, शुगर एंड फॉस्फेट के बारे में, तो हाउ दे आर मेकिंग अ डबल हेलिकल डीएनए और आरएनए, दैट विल सी एक ऐसे इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ डायग्राम. आई विल शो यू. लाइक सपोज दिस इज ए एंड दिस इज टी. they'll make they'll make two bonds. And I told you at the ninth nitrogen of the adenine, the C1 of the pentose sugar or the deoxyribose sugar will get attached. अगर RNA है तो यहाँ पे राइबोस शुगर अटैच होगी, और जो इसका C5 कार्बन है उससे फॉस्फेट अटैच होता है. देन we'll see that the sugar and phosphates are find towards the outside. That means I told you earlier that they are making the backbone of the double helical of the DNA. And here also I told you in the case of pyrimidine, the C1 of the sugar gets attached with the N1 of the pyrimidine, like this I have shown you. और इसके C5 पे again the phosphate group is attached. So likewise, like suppose this is G and that is attached with C with the help of 3 bonds, तो उसके साथ फिर वैसी वो चेन चलती जाती है. एंड लाइकवाइज वो पूरा DNA जो है उसका हेलिकल स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म होता है. यहाँ पर ये C3 सबसे एंड में आता है, तो ये इसीलिए हम कहते हैं कि 3' to 5' चलती है. जब हम उसका रेप्लिकेशन पढ़ेंगे उसको और डिटेल में देखेंगे. एंड हियर ये जो C5 है जो पेंटोस शुगर का, वो नीचे की तरफ आता है, इसलिए 5' to 3' हम बोलते हैं कि ये रेप्लिकेशन जो है वो ये पूरा प्रोसेस होता है. तो लाइक वाइज, बिकॉज नाउ वी नो द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ बोथ ऑल द फॉस्फेट्स, शुगर एंड नाइट्रोजनस बेसिस, सो वी कैन नाउ easily make them and see how the pairing takes place and the bonding takes place in the double helical structure.